This is the plaintiff, Devin Dietrich. She says she stored 2 brand new flat-screen TVs at the defendant's apartment, and when she rebuffed his advances, he became mad and now refuses to give her the TVs. Then, just a spider, he told her he sold the TVs. How could he do this to her? It's outrageous. Bottom line, she's suing him here and now for the $1,599.99 she's owed, and she can't wait to see his face when the judge lowers the gavel against him today. This is the defendant, Christopher Arroyo. He says the plaintiff had no place to live and asked him to store the TVs at his house. Then she hinted she wanted to move in with him, but he said no because he has a girlfriend and she wouldn't take too kindly to another female living with him. He told the plaintiff to come get the TVs because space was limited in his apartment. She didn't take them and he got rid of them. That's right, she abandoned them. He doesn't have them anymore and he owes nothing. He's accused of tossing 2 TVs.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome in.
Devin Dietrich,
Hello.
you are suing Christopher Arroyo for $1,599.99, a value that is going to cost you to replace 2 TVs that you entrusted to him that he got rid of. Tell me how this came about.
Okay. Good morning. So during the beginning of October 2017, my mother and I were going through a really hard time of our life. Our landlord had some illegal pipelines, so we had no gas, no hot water, and no heat. So I was staying with family and friends during those times until I found my apartment. And I knew Christopher Arroyo. He was a family friend for many years. He lived right around the corner from my mother's home, so it was very convenient. I was staying there for
You were close to the sister, is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
We all live in the same area.
Yeah.
When I was staying there for a while.
How many days did you stay there?
I was there for about 2 months.
Where would you stay when you were there?
I was staying in his son's room with the door closed. No relations with him whatsoever.
Okay, did the son live there?
Yes, the son lived there.
Okay,
Correct.
so where was the son sleeping when you were there?
The son would sleep with him.
With him?
Yes.
To make room for you?
No, it was already like that before I stayed there.
How old's the son?
5.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah, so when I stopped staying, him and I got into a disagreement.
What did you get into a disagreement about?
Well, because basically to get me jealous because I didn't want to be with him or have anything.
You skipped the whole part.
Yeah,
It says who
sorry.
he wanted to be with you.
Yeah, absolutely not.
How did he want it? What gave you the impression that he wanted to be with you, that he would go out and try to make you jealous?
Right. Well, he would say little comments to me. He's wrote me letters saying.
Do you have the letters?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Saying that how much he loves me, that he'll do anything for me, that he loves me as a friend, just all these things that he said, little comments.
Loves you as a friend is safe.
I mean, there's been many other things that.
Well, then tell me the other things. What made you think that he liked you?
Because he would say, "I'm gonna make you my wife one day,"
but not in the letter.
Not in the letter.
Because you deny all that, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead.
Yeah. So he would say these things to me. So I didn't want to stay there because I started to feel uncomfortable. And so it was one night where I was in desperate need of somewhere to stay. I asked him if I could stay there. He said he had a girl coming over for spring break week. So I said, oh, that's no fine. But I did address that.
Hold on one second. Let me read the letter out loud. I'm so sorry for what you are going through. I like to see you happy. I'm sorry for if I make you uncomfy sometimes or a bunch of times. You are my best friend. I do love you in that way. I do not want to lose what we have, including when I said that I love you. Just had to get it off my chest and not bottle it up, because when you do that, it'll eat you away. I mean everything that I tell you, and that's facts. Be safe, and I really want you to be happy, and I will be here for you no matter what. One love, Chris. Okay, so go on.
Right. So I stopped staying there.
Wait, but how did the fight, what was the fight about? Because you brought somebody else to live there?
No, I don't care who.
What was the fight about? You called it a fight, I didn't.
Right. So the disagreement that we had was because he wouldn't let me stay there because he had another girl coming over. That was fine. But I just addressed him that I felt like he was kind of doing that malicious to make me jealous because I didn't want to be with him.
You're not paying rent and you are staying there at his generosity. If he wants to say, okay, enough already, he can.
Which was fine, which I was like, okay, and I stopped staying there, and never ever went there again.
So what was the disagreement about?
that was the disagreement that I was telling him, you know, you're kind of being malicious, not letting me stay there because I don't want to be with you. And because if I never, you know, if I would have been with him, it would have never been an issue. Or if I've never said anything.
Let's say that's true. So what? Get
Right.
out. It's his place. It's not your
Absolutely,
place.
which I never went back.
Okay.
Which
So
I never
tell me
went
about
back.
the TVs that you're suing for.
So the TVs I had there while in his house, and he knew that I couldn't get them.
Wait, stop. When did you get the TVs?
I purchased the TVs January 27th. I had them there.
When you were couch surfing in different places?
I was staying with other people.
You're couch surfing, you're homeless, essentially,
Yeah,
and you buy
but I
two
was.
big screen TVs. Why? Why don't you
Well, I
wait
have a
until you have a
job.
home?
I've had a job. I've had a job for 4 years.
So why didn't you have a home?
Because I couldn't.
No, I know, but don't you think it's a little weird to buy two big screen TVs while you're couch surfing? Where was all the rest of your stuff?
I had stuff at my mother's house. I had stuff at my grandmother's house from my
So why didn't you
previous
bring
apartment.
the TVs to your mom or your grandma where you knew there wouldn't be a problem?
Right. Well, because I didn't have any transportation to move the TVs at the time. So I explained that to him. He knew that. I offered him money for the storage fees and everything
Well, what
like
did he
that.
say when you said, I'm not taking them with me, I need to store them in your apartment?
Absolutely. He never said anything. He said
What
you could leave them here
exactly
as long.
did he say?
He said you could leave them here until you find your apartment.
Okay, and then
That's
what happened?
And so after when we got into the argument on March 24th of him not letting me stay there because he wanted other girls to stay there, which is totally fine by me,
Well, one other girl. He was moving
Okay.
somebody in.
as he says, yeah.
I'm sorry, what you smiling like you know something and you're not
No,
telling
I'm just
me?
saying I don't believe I don't know what he does with his personal life, but I'm as far as I know what he's said to me and his son has said to me, it's multiple girls, but I mean, like, yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
Let's get to your TVs. Why are you
Yeah.
leaving them there?
I left them here because I had nowhere to store them. I
Well, you
offered
did,
him
though.
money.
You had stuff in your mother's, stuff in your grandmother's.
nothing
You just
large.
didn't feel right. It was inconvenient to get a truck. I know, because the rest of us have to get trucks. We know. So, yeah, it was inconvenient, so you didn't feel like doing it, so you left it there, and the guy was complaining. How many times did you complain?
Well, I was out of.
Hold on. How many times did you complain?
3 times, man.
Who did you complain to?
I had complained to Devin,
When was the first time you complained to Devin?
the 24th.
Of March?
Yes, ma'am.
And you told her what?
Come get the TVs out the house.
And what did she say?
She had said, my mother's gonna come get them. I said, okay, your TVs are outside. And she said, okay, thank you.
And did you put the TVs outside?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you put them?
Outside in front of the house.
And then what happened?
I called her mother. Her mother said, oh, I'm gonna try to pick them up. Her mother called me back about 20 minutes later.
Why would you leave them outside of the house? They're TVs, they're
I was standing
valuable.
outside with them.
Oh. All right. And so you're waiting for the mother outside, and
The
what
mother
happens?
called me back in 20 minutes saying my husband does not want her stuff in my house.
That's a lie.
Well, why didn't you go pick up the TVs if that was the plan?
I'm disabled. I have.
Well, then why was it the plan for you to pick up the TVs?
First of all, I asked him if I said I cannot come get these right now. Please.
Yeah, but you were supposed to, right? That's why you're calling him to ask him for an extension.
I didn't call him. He called me.
Okay. Did
He
your
said-
daughter
he called
ask you to
me.
pick up the TVs?
He didn't
Yes
say
or-
nothing about
No,
the-
I need you to listen to my question. Did your daughter ask you to go pick up the TVs?
After he spoke to me,
Okay. And then did you tell your daughter you were going to go pick up the TVs?
I said that I couldn't because it wouldn't fit in my vehicle.
Okay.
That was the answer I told
So then why
him.
are you, so you're calling him and saying what?
I didn't call him. He
No,
called me.
he called my
He
mother.
calls you and you say what?
I asked him, please, can you hold these for a few days until she gets her apartment? I said, I'm in the process of moving because of what the landlord did. You know, I'm packing up everything, you know, and I asked her, I said, please, you know, do this for me, you know, out of your
And what did he
kindness.
say?
He said, yeah, I'll leave them here for a few days.
Okay. Did that
Your Honor,
happen?
I have the phone log from Sprint saying that she did call me back. And I
Okay.
did.
called you
She
back.
calls you back, you call her.
And
really-
I told
don't
her,
care.
I gave her until April 1st. I said,
Is that what you said in the phone
Yes.
conversation?
No.
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
April 1st, and that's it, they're out.
No, he didn't.
Okay. And this conversation takes place on what day?
The
March
20
24th?
March 24th.
What do you do with the TVs, by the way?
I already put them out, ma'am.
No, but you just, who's going to put out 2 brand new TVs? You
I-
didn't sell them?
I-
You didn't give them to somebody?
No, ma'am, I
Well, then
just
you're
put
an
them out.
idiot. I don't know why you wouldn't just give them to somebody and then just, or are you lying to me now?
No, ma'am, I just
You
wanted.
literally put them out on the street to make somebody's day.
I just put them out, ma'am. I don't want nothing to do with,
Did you video that action or
no, I just put it out.
did you tell anybody you were putting it out on the
No.
day? What day did you put them out?
The 13th.
And why did you wait from the 1st to the 13th, just to give more time?
Yes, ma'am. I gave him.
Did you have any contact with anybody between the 1st and the 13th?
No.
What made you so mad?
On March 24th, she was being very disrespectful to me and calling me certain names.
Like what?
Boy, female.
Okay. According to you, was she making passes at you?
Sometimes she'll come in and say, oh, I don't know if I should be with you. My family wouldn't approve. And I'll be like, we're just friends. We already had this discussion, just friends.
Wait, when did you have that discussion?
In January.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, if you're dating a guy, how'd you feel if he says, you know what, I'm going to move into an apartment and I'm getting a female roommate?
I'd be mad. I'd be so mad at him because I'm his girlfriend. He can't be with another girl.
But he says, look, it's just platonic. Come on.
No.
Not gonna happen at all. No.
Really?
Not at all. No.
Why? Why?
Because that's my guy. That's my guy.
I know, but he says I am, and I'm not going to do anything.
Nah, I wouldn't.
You're saying guys are dogs?
Yeah.
Okay. Going inside the courtroom.
Did you ever make a pass at her?
No.
Did she ever make a pass
No.
at you? It's kind of bizarre that you would say to somebody who has 2 of your TVs still and who opened, I haven't finished my sentence, and who had let you sleep in his son's bedroom, them into like this, I don't give a blank, honestly, but for you to go run your mouth like a little blank is whack. I just cursed Jasmine out, thanks a lot, you blank boy, and my mom coming to vet my TVs, get. And then you say, I don't even know how to pronounce, that's how my kids say, I'm a boy, use a hoe, your TV's outside. All right, and that's all on March 24th. Where's the evidence that he agreed to keep it after that? By the way, by then would you say that on March 24th, you had, on that day before this insult stuff, she was okay to keep her TVs there? It's the insult stuff that made you say, that's it, get out of here.
When you start disrespecting and I'm trying to help you, I don't want nothing to do with you. And then on April 20th, that day, she had her mother, I was walking with my son from school, and her mother came in front of my house, spoke to me, and I was politely, and I said, I gave you until April 1st. It's April 20th. I got rid of the TVs a week later. I gave you ample time.
Well, 2 weeks later, according to you.
Ample time to come get the TVs. Oh, and she started getting loud in front of my son, and...
Okay. I'm kind of trying to understand when you call someone a blank boy and a female body part, and you have this nasty text stuff that you have with them, and then you think you can keep your TV there another month and not bother to get a truck. I'm trying to, a friend with a truck, a big guy who's a friend who can carry them one at a time. It's inconvenient as heck. But where do you come off thinking everybody has to do for you? That's the part I don't understand. It's so stupid to have bought 2 TVs while you're couch surfing. But hey, people do stupid stuff all the time. Then you've got a place that you can keep them. And then you burn that bridge by insulting him. Clearly, when you're insulting him and you're calling him these nasty names, why would you think that he would keep your stuff after that at all? Why would you not think your permission to store things there were revoked? Then your mother gets involved and asks for a few more days. And then there's a few more days, but you don't surface until April 20th? Come on. All he has to do, according to the law, is keep that stuff for a reasonable amount of time. And reasonable depends on the circumstances. If the guy had thrown him out in an hour, this would be a different case. 2 hours, a day, 2 days. It's literally almost 3 weeks. Who do you think you are? My verdict is for the defendant. By the way, just so you don't think I'm stupid, I don't think he put them out on the curb.
I sold
Okay?
them.
But
I sold them.
Well, the judge lowers the boom on the plaintiff. She does not get what she was saying. I'm intrigued to know what you're thinking about what the judge just said to you. Step up here. Yeah.
I have nothing to say.
Really? I mean, do you think you acted kind of stupidly?
Absolutely not.
No?
Absolutely not.
By talking to him, yes.
What do you think? How do you think she did?
I believe she should have told him she was sorry for what she said, but he's absolutely wrong. Because I did go to his house and I asked
He's
him.
a liar.
I asked
He's a
Well,
blatant liar.
The judge believes him and that you lose. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's okay. He's the bum. It's okay.
But you're the one who lost out.
That's okay. I can buy other ones. That's fine. He needs them more than I do.
He's the one that sold the
God
TV.
bless.
Okay,
'Cause we-
good luck.
Someone told us he sold them.
Well, let's find out. All right, very interesting. Mr. Arroyo, I am intrigued to know what happened to the TVs. You just put them out on the front of the house?
Yes, sir. I just put them right
Did
out.
they disappear?
When I went out the next day, they were gone.
That's what happens in some big cities.
Yeah.
You don't want to haul trash away? Put the mattress
Yep, I
out
didn't
front?
want nothing to do with.
Somebody steals it.
Yep. I didn't want nothing to do with anything with them, with that family.
Okay, it's over.
All right.
You feel all right? You don't feel
Yeah.
guilty?
At first, but good people always have a feel of guilt of what I feel I was right.
Well, I think the judge agrees. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okey dokes. Harvey?
Okay, Doug, if you think you're in possession of abandoned property, you got to know the laws vary not only from state to state, in some cases city to city. So go online, check your city, and see what the rules are for abandoned property. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.